I've talked before about my Uncle Reggie, and me and him been on a lot of experiences together and shit. And we had a lot of experiences boating together. So my Uncle Reggie really into that shit. And they wasn't always good experiences. I mean, thinking back now, I can remember that time he took me out to them Farallon Islands out in the Sco and shit. So he could get himself some of these sharks so we could put them in his apartment pool to terrorize his neighbors. Yeah, but he fucking did that shit. It was these apartments in San Pablo. He had an apartment there at the time and shit. And he didn't like these fucking neighbors. And I know why he didn't like them. And that was his way. Even when he wasn't on his fucking bay liner, he had a canoe and shit. Takes me out to San Pablo fucking dam with him and some of his fucking homies and shit. Just leaves me on this little island all day, forgets about me. Comes back like hours later, drunk as fuck. There ain't no shade on this island, blood. I was so fucking somber, I damn near had to go to the hospital and shit. And this motherfucker comes back, all his friends, the canoe's overloaded. And he like, get in. I'm afraid to get in this motherfucker, cause it's like right up to the waterline, blood. He had some of him and his dumb fuck friends in there. And I got in, the thing is like fucking starting to spill water in, blood. It was fucking terrifying. There was this time he almost got us killed up in Deception Pass, fucking near Whidbey Island in Washington State. Cause me and Uncle Reggie, we used to go up to Washington State a lot. I swear his girl lived and shit. And that's what this story's all about. I was like 12, 13, something like that. Uncle Reggie tell me, we're gonna go back up to Washington State. We're gonna stay at his girl's house for a couple days. We're gonna take his boat up and down Puget Sound. It's gonna be amazing. I was real excited about this shit too. His girl's family, she lived with a big family. They was fucking real good to me, these people was. I love spending time with these people. It was a lot of fun for me being up there. So we leave early one morning and shit, and fucking everything's going great, man. Uncle Reggie got a bunch of doobies rolled up, and we just cruising down the road and shit like that, just laughing, having fun and shit like that. I don't know where you at in the country. Have you ever been up and down I-5? That's that West Coast highway from Washington to California. It's fucking beautiful, man. It's amazing, especially around Mount Shasta, shit like that. And we get there and fucking, I'm having the time of my life first couple days and shit. We there, but you can start picking up a vibe with Uncle Reggie and his girl. Something ain't right. I remember I snuck out smoking a doobie on the side of the house and shit, and I can hear him and her just fucking going at it, blood, like real fucking bad. And they won't be in the same room together, shit like that. They fucking fights and start to carry over, and like I'm picking up a bad vibe from that family. Like they probably want us to go and shit like that. And one night they have a real big fucking fight. Everybody can hear this shit. And it's like 4 in the fucking morning, 5 in the morning, something like that. I only went to bed a few hours before that. Uncle Reggie waking my ass up, and I can immediately smell fucking booze on him, but like real bad. Like this cat, he been drinking all fucking night. He done decided that we gonna bounce out now. It's just gonna be me and him. We gonna take the boat up and down the sound, and we leaving right now. So Uncle Reggie, he like grabbing on my shit, like aggressively throwing in my bag and shit like that. He like, come on, little buddy, we going, bud. Just you and me, buddy. Just you and me. We going right now. And fucking, we got the door pretty quick, blood. We don't say goodbye or nothing. He just closed the door and we fucking leave. We get in the truck though, and we take off. We don't say nothing to nobody. And fucking Uncle Reggie, you can tell he fucked up. He driving kind of bad already and shit. But they don't live that far from the launch. Yeah, I don't even know what town it was we launched off at, but I don't know what happens if you leave your fucking boat unplugged, but like, them big ass boats, they got plugs on the side that fucking fills up with water. And they with this old fucking man, if he wasn't there, I don't know what would have happened. I don't know if they fucking fill up and sink or what, but this old man like, yo, your shit's unplugged, blood. You fucking filling up with water. You need to plug that shit up. And if that dude wasn't there, didn't say nothing, I don't know what the fuck would have happened. I don't know. I just don't know that much about boats, but I fucking learned a lot that day though. I learned a fucking lot. That whole couple of days I was out there with that motherfucker. And it's like I said, it was early in the morning. We fucking left and we take off, and I don't know, somehow Uncle Reggie get us straight into some fucking bad water, like almost right away. And it was like, I don't know how long this went on, but it was just like choppy as fuck, and the boat was just hitting up and down hella violently. You couldn't do a fucking thing. You couldn't cook food. You couldn't do shit. And it started making you feel sick as fuck after a while. Eventually, this dumb motherfucker realized what's going on. He starts getting this in smoother water and shit. But that shit made me feel sick as fuck. And then once we get into fucking smoother water, I realized I got a chance to make some fucking food. So we got a little cooker on the fucking boat. And then I look in and see what Uncle Reggie got. all that drunk motherfucker pack was a bunch of nasty ass fucking gnarly chili, blood. Fucking gnarly chili. What the fuck is gnarly chili, blood? Just fucking can after can after can of fucking gnarly chili, blood. Gnarly fucking chili. And that's all we got to eat. There ain't nothing else. There ain't a fucking thing. I guess I shouldn't complain that fucking much about it. I mean, I've eaten worse fucking foods, but that shit was rough though, blood. That many fucking days straight of just living off chili, canned fucking chili. Anyway, Uncle Reggie's just a complete fucking mess at this point. He like just laying there like half awake and shit. I'm just staring at this motherfucker like, damn, blood. And he just sitting there and fucking, he got that cheap ass fucking plastic bottle gallon of fucking vodka sitting next to him, but it's almost gone now, so I'm kind of relieved. But little did I fucking know, that motherfucker had 3 more bottles of that shit tucked away in his fucking bag. So our little fucking drinking excursion was far from fucking over. But Uncle Reggie passed out after that. And I was relieved. I was thinking, cool, he gonna wake up, a couple hours, he gonna be sober, we gonna be all good. But they've been passing on now. It was starting to get later. It was already starting to get dark. It only been like maybe 2 hours, but it was pretty much dark. And then Uncle Reggie come back too, making all these grogging sounds, talking himself, cussing and shit. And then he wake back up and he's sitting there on the boat. He fucking moaning and shit, like he all hungover, just feeling fucking awful. Maybe it's a situation he got going, I don't know. But he like, Daryl, I gotta go in the cabin. And I know what he gonna do. He either going in there, twirl something up, or he gonna go sniff up some yayo. I didn't really know because I was still a youngster back then, but I knew he was up to something like that. And he come back out a few minutes later all fucking revived. And then boom, out come that fucking bag, that fucking duffel bag full of fucking vodka bottles. And he opens up number 2, starts chugging that shit. And this is when our adventure really fucking begins. So like I said, Uncle Reggie, he come back too and he feeling it now. He feeling a lot better. But he ain't there yet. He gotta go back down to the cabin for a hot minute. So I'm just up there and it's totally dark now. I shouldn't say it's totally dark because it's a full fucking moon. So there's a lot of illumination going on and shit like that. And then eventually Uncle Reggie popped back out the cabin and he just slamming back that fucking vodka. And I don't know if you ever twirled before or fuck with that yayo, but alcohol don't really affect you the same way. But it seems to be affecting Uncle Reggie. Maybe it's a massive quantity that motherfucker's fucking sucking down his gullet. I don't fucking know, but this motherfucker acting wild as hell, like delirious. And this is when shit hits the fucking fan, cause I don't even know where the fuck we was, but we was near the show, for real. We was close to the show. We was maybe like 100 yards. We wasn't that fucking far at all. And you could see lights. And we coming up near like some, like maybe a house or some kind of like village or some shit. They got like a small pier. And Uncle Reggie starts telling me this is where the natives is at. He telling me this reservation land and blah, blah, blah. And there are all these things in the water. There's like buoys and shit. But come to find out, they fucking crab traps. I don't know what in the fuck possessed that stupid drunk motherfucker to do this shit. But he fucking cut the engine. We still got lights on though. You can still see it's clear as fucking shit. But Uncle Reggie and his fucking drunken stupor, he decided he gonna do something real fucking brilliant. Like I said, we trolleying now, we got no engine going. And we come up to them crab traps. Uncle Reggie pull out his fucking Bowie knife and he starts saying all this derogatory shit about Indians like really fucking loud. He starts cutting them fucking traps, blood. I mean, he there for a couple minutes like aggressively fucking cutting these things, screaming shit like talking hella shit about Indians. And then all of a sudden the spotlight turns on us. And Uncle Reggie like, fuck you, saying more shit, talking more shit about Indians. Then he hits the fucking gas, he turns the lights off and we fucking gone. And we going as fast as we can fucking go. Yeah, I can't hear nothing from show no more, nothing like that. The boat motor's kind of knolling out all them sounds and shit. And we fucking gone. We going fast. Uncle Reggie laughing. I'm just a kid, so I think it's funny too. I start laughing with him and shit like that. But it wasn't fucking funny, blood. It wasn't funny at all. And then I don't know how much time passed before I look over my shoulder, blood. And I can see this green fucking light in the water. There's another boat in the water now. It wasn't there before. There's another fucking boat. And I'm looking at this light and I'm getting real fucking scared because I can tell it's a boat and it's coming after us, blood. It's them fucking Indians. They coming after us. And blood. At that fucking moment, they shine that fucking spotlight on us again from that boat. I almost shit all that gnarly chili right in my fucking pants, blood. my stomach just dropped because I knew the gig was up. These motherfuckers was following us, blood. They fucking seen us too. They know exactly what it was. And they gaining up on us. They gaining fucking speed. Now they got their spotlight on us, blood. We fucking fucked now. They gonna get us. And these motherfuckers is in a high power fucking boat too, because they catching up to us quick. And you can hear him saying something now. I can hear him fucking very clearly saying some fucking distinct things to me. Somebody keeps saying over and over and over again. He keeps saying, we gonna skin you alive. We gonna skin you alive. And blood, I was fucking terrified, man. My blood was running fucking cold. And like I said, they got that fucking spotlight blasting on, so I could see Uncle Reggie clear as shit. And that expression on his face is just making me more scared, because he ain't fucking laughing no more. He got a fucking look of fear on his fucking face. And they getting fucking closer and closer to us. And all of a sudden they turn that spotlight off. And I don't know what the fuck to think. For a second I think maybe they just giving up. Maybe they scared us and they happy and they gonna go back. But they ain't. So for some reason, I don't know why, first like evasive shit, I decided to step over to the corner of the fucking boat when there ain't no light on us and shit and hunch down. And they turn that light back on. They a lot fucking closer now. They shining that light right on Uncle Reggie. So like I said, I get in the corner, blood, to hide and shit. And once they put that spotlight back on, they only shine on Uncle Reggie now. And they real fucking close to our boat, blood. Real fucking close. They so motherfucking close to us, I can make out details these two cats on the edge of the boat on the fucking bow. They fucking looking right at me too. They make eye contact with me and shit. And I don't even know what to say, blood. Part of me was like hoping these motherfuckers gonna see it's just a little kid on that boat and they gonna like ease up. But when these motherfuckers look at me, blood, it just made them more angry. And these dudes like, they wanted to fucking hurt me. And they real fucking close to us, blood. They real fucking close. And I can make out something in that motherfucker's hand, blood. He got like a knife. And they getting closer, it ain't no fucking knife, blood. It's a fucking machete. And now they real fucking close to us. And dude looking right at me. He's staring me right in the fucking eye. And he close enough to me now. He swing that fucking machete right at me. He hit our fucking back of our boat like twice, blood. I'm not even fucking kidding you. He's swinging that thing over and over. They doing fucking Native American yells and shit. And I was so fucking terrified. I thought these motherfuckers were gonna jump off their boat onto ours with them fucking machetes and hack us up and shit. And then right there, Uncle Reggie did something amazing. Uncle Reggie make these quick fucking evasive maneuvers and just banked that motherfucker hard to the side. I almost flew out the fucking boat, blood. I don't know how I didn't. I don't know how the fuck I didn't fly out the boat. I swear, it was like divine intervention or some shit, because I should have gone out that fucking boat at that minute and I didn't. And I don't know why, and I don't know what the fuck would have happened to me if I did. I wouldn't be here right now. I mean, Uncle, he don't fucking tell me nothing, blood. He don't say kill the engine, let's just stop right here. He don't say shit. He just goes in the cabin, don't come back out. And I just let the thing keep going, blood. And he fucking out for hours. It was fucking boring as hell, blood. There ain't nothing for me to do on that fucking boat. He finally gets up and it's like almost night again. And this motherfucker taking forever to come back to. He just stupid, delirious and shit. He going back down to the cabin, he gotta do his thing so he can fucking get himself back to normal and shit like that. And I don't know how much fucking time passed before I can start picking up a vibe off Uncle Reggie, like he panicking, like something ain't right and shit like that. Eventually he lets me know that we fucking lost. He ain't got a fucking clue in hell where we at. And we ain't got no equipment to find that shit. We ain't got no GPS or nothing like that. Come to find out, we ain't even got life jackets. Uncle Reggie got no survival shit at all. He got no first aid kit, we got no life jackets, we got fucking nothing, no flare gun, none of that shit. We got alcohol. Still got plenty of that Natalie chili too, boy. But we almost out of fucking fresh drinking water. And I can tell we gonna have a bad situation coming. That's the fucking thing about the ocean and boating and shit like that. You watch movies, you see all them sailors and pirates, they all drunk all fucking day. That ain't real life, plus somebody gotta be sober. You motherfuckers is gonna die for real. Fucking for real. Being on a boat is dangerous as fucking hell. And this wasn't the only time I've been in situations like this with Uncle Reggie. He almost got me killed a couple times out on the water and shit. So this story getting kind of long. I gotta wrap this shit up because we only halfway through this motherfucker. But I got some knocks hitting me up. I gotta go serve something right quick. But we'll finish this story up tomorrow, I promise you. I remember when we left, we had a lot of fucking gasoline in that motherfucker. Like, Uncle Reggie had that shit set up with all these extra fucking things. I don't think that shit was even legal what he had. Definitely wasn't fucking safe. Especially you got two fucking paranoid chain smokers on there. One of them completely fucked up out of his mind. So yeah, it was all bad having that much gas on there, but somehow we fucking plugged all of it, blood. It was out. So like I said, we in this situation where we somewhere in the Puget Sound, we fucking lost. We got no food, we got chili. We got no water. We in a bad situation. So fucking Uncle Reggie, just like I said, he kind of like in a pretty delirious state again. He got himself all fucked up again pretty fucking quick. He trying to save us and shit like he's some kind of hero all of a sudden. And he like get all really excited about this town. He hollering and shit, coming towards these fucking lights. They're getting closer and closer and shit. But we can't see hardly anything. I don't know if you're supposed to have lights on your boat or something, and I have no fucking idea, like search lights and shit, but we didn't have none of that, just some basic fucking lights on the side of the boat. We had no illumination. But we getting closer and closer to something, but you can make out details now. You can see they fucking buildings far away and shit. And we really excited, and we really seriously out of fucking gas now. It's our last little bid, and that dumbass motherfucker, Uncle Reggie, he's so excited about our situation, he starts going faster. He's fucking really, he plugging it, blood. He fucking going quick. I say we like 150 yards, something like that, from where you can see these buildings. You can see a pier and shit like that. And he hollered, he like, woo, woo, we fucking did it. We gonna be saved, blah, blah, blah. And then we run out of fucking gas. The engine kills out completely. But it's all good though, because we cruising in. We going straight for where we want to go. So we fucking still happy as hell. And then it happens. I remember standing up, looking over, looking at these buildings and shit, seeing these lights. I had my hands on the fucking chair, and then BAM! And immediately I'm throwing at that fucking chair and I'm against the back. Uncle Reggie couldn't see what the fuck he was doing, where we was going. There's a big ass island of fucking rock straight in front of us, and we go straight into that motherfucker. And it was like another fucking miracle from God, the fact that we ran out of gas right before this happened. Or we would have hit that shit so fucking fast, there's no way we would have survived that shit. And believe it or not, I was fucking rocked, blood. I was hurt from this shit. It felt like I got the fucking wind knocked out of me. It felt like my ribs was cracked and shit. It was all fucking bad. There was some kind of object that was sticking out, and when I hit that fucking end, it hit me fucking hard, blood, like real fucking hard. I've been in 2 bad car accidents, and neither one was as bad as this. Man, when this fucking happened, this was so unexpected, blood. Like, I couldn't fucking fathom it. I couldn't process what was going on. But Uncle Reggie, even though he all fucked up, he figured it out pretty quick. And he like, oh shit, Daryl, oh, we hit some fucking rocks. Oh shit, this and that. And I start looking up, and fuck, I can see we still about 120 something yards away from them fucking buildings, away from that shore. And now we fucking shipwrecked, blood. We fucking shipwrecked on some island in the middle of Puget Sound, 100 fucking yards from there. I don't know what the fuck we gonna do. And for some reason, just cause I guess it's always priority in my life, I immediately start going for that cabin because I know my goodie sack's in there with all my doobies and shit like that, and I want to get that out. As soon as I start heading for that cabin, blood, a wave picks us up. It takes our boat back. It picks us up and fucking slam! It slams us back into them fucking rocks, blood. Almost as hard as the first one. And when that wave picked us up, I already had my hand on that cabin rail and shit, and it fucking knocked me back. And I looked up Uncle Reggie. He said, Daryl, you go in that cabin, you gonna fucking die. So I didn't go back in that cabin, and I had to abandon what I had, which was just fucking tragic, but I had to do what I had to do. And this situation was bad, and we was getting fucked up. I didn't know much about boats and shit like that. I'm sure that boat could take a lot of blows, but in my mind, in my teenage fucking 12-year-old mind, I'm thinking, this boat gonna come apart. I need to get the fuck off this thing now. I didn't think at all about what the fuck I was doing. I had all my clothes on, my fucking shoes was on. I already knew there wasn't no life jacket, but at that moment in time, I probably wouldn't have looked for it anyway. And I looked at Uncle Reggie, and for some reason, I don't know why, I started using maritime terminology at this point. I'm like, look at Reggie, and I'm like, abandoned ship! And I fucking turned over. I can feel another one of them waves is coming. It's gonna have to pick us up. It's gonna throw us back into them fucking rocks. And at the exact perfect fucking moment, I jumped off that motherfucking boat into the fucking bay. The sound. I fucking hate cold water, but it was so fucking cold. But I was away from them rocks pretty fucking quick, despite the current shit like that. And I started swimming for that show real fast. I didn't know nothing about that shit. You gotta take your fucking shoes off before you get in the water. You gonna fucking kill yourself. I didn't know that, but I was young. I was fairly healthy, even though I was a chain smoker. I was breaststroking, I was doggy paddling. I'd get so fucking tired, I'd turn over and try to do a backstroke and shit like that. It was real hard to keep my fucking chest up though in that fucking water. I remember as a kid learning that shit. People tell you ever in the ocean, son, you can just lay on your back and you can just float in the water forever. It ain't that fucking easy, blood. It really ain't. not in that water. That distance don't sound like it's that fucking far, 100 yards, something like that. Nah, it's fucking far, blood. It's real far for a motherfucker like me. And I barely made it, blood. I barely fucking made it. But I was just still swimming frantically. And I remember I came across these rocks, hit my feet, it kind of hurt and shit like that. But I was just so happy because I could stand up, blood. I could fucking stand up again. Man, I'm not really putting a lot of emphasis on that fucking struggle I had in that water. I really thought I might die in here. I really fucking did. So I'll stand there in rocks, but I start wading over. I get to the actual fucking solid fucking ground, the sand. I was so fucking happy, but I remember I just laid down. I was fucking soaking wet anyway. I just laid there in that sand. I was so fun. I should have kissed that fucking sand, but man, I don't know how long I was fucking laying there. I might have even had a little emotional fucking moment for a minute or two there before I started collecting myself. Remember my situation. And then it all hit me at once about Uncle fucking Reggie. Where Uncle Reggie at, blood? I start looking over around the shore. Where Uncle Reggie at? He ain't fucking there, blood. He ain't fucking there. I'm fucking half dead with exhaustion. I get up off my fucking ass. I start walking towards back to them rocks. I'm looking everywhere for Uncle Reggie. I'm calling out, Uncle Reggie, where are you? Where the fuck you at? Where the fuck you at? Getting no answer, blood. I don't know how long I was looking. I kept fucking going back and forth, looking over, seeing if I could find Uncle Reggie. I can't see him anywhere, blood. I'm convinced he fucking dead. He drowned. He dead. I look over at that island. You can see the boat still on that island. You can see it in the distance, but you can see the water picking up and slamming it back into that fucking rock over and over. Uncle Reggie still ain't around. Yeah, I think some clouds moved and exposed the moon or something, because there was suddenly like a lot more illumination. And I'm looking at that island, blood. I can see something. All that fucking distance, I can make out a silhouette on that island. Uncle Reggie's still on that fucking island, blood. And he got something with him, like a big ass stick. Not a stick, but like a fucking pike or a buoy, like a big ass fucking piece of wood, like driftwood or something. And that motherfucker trying to pry that boat off them rocks. I mean, it's just the most bizarre fucking thing this whole trip. That drunk, stupid motherfucker thinking he gonna save that boat after all this shit, blood. He out there seriously trying to save that fucking boat. I can see his stupid ass moving back and forth on them rocks with that big ass fucking piece of wood. He trying to fucking force it off them rocks. He gonna somehow salvage that shit or something. I remember I looked away for a minute because this went on for a while. I'm looking around, seeing if there's anything around this area. And then I looked back. Uncle Reggie ain't there anymore. I'm looking everywhere on that fucking island for him. I can't see him anywhere, blood. He fucking disappeared or something. And there's a lot of time went by. So once again, I'm thinking Uncle Reggie dead. He fell out them rocks. He in the ocean. He fucking drowned. Now I'm here all by myself on this beach, blood. Like I said, I don't know how much fucking time went by, but I fucking see him, man. He fucking climbing up on that beach like I was, like he half dead and shit. Uncle Reggie still got his shoes on too, blood. I don't know how the fuck he did it, because that motherfucker was healthy as hell, but he fucking did it, man. He made it too. He fucking made it. And I'm gonna try to cut this shit short, because it's probably the longest Sherm story I ever fucking did, but make a long story short, we found this warehouse that was open with these dim ass lights. It was fucking bizarre. And we go up to this fucking warehouse. There are all these forklifts going hella fast through it with like no lights inside. They just got big lights on their forklifts. It's fucking weird, but I never seen nothing like it. And I still don't know what that was all about. But we walk in there and we obviously look like shit. And one of these cats driving this forklift, he stopped and he looked at us. He said something, he's like, "You shouldn't be in here." That was the first thing he said to us. Then Uncle Reggie starts talking, starts telling our situation. She said we need help, this and that. And we like, "Where we at, blood? Where the fuck we at?" And he like, "You in Bellingham." We wasn't supposed to go to Bellingham. Anyways, I'm gonna cut it right there because it's long as fuck. It's gonna take me forever to edit. But if you like my content, you like my stories, you can make a lot more of these happen, blood. I have to work now and shit, and it's cutting all my time out. If you can throw a little bit of cash, anything on my Cash App, my Patreon, blood, we can take this channel so much farther. I can produce so much more content. Please help me, please support me, and thank you so much for watching.